Hi there and welcome to this video on factors impacting on performance. Today we're going to look at the mental factor and how it impacts on performance in sport. At National 5 PE you need to be able to know the names of different sub-factors, you need to understand what these sub-factors mean, and you then need to be able to explain how they impact on performance in a sporting activity. This impact can be positive, i.e. it can help your team or your performance, or it can be negative. There are four factors which impact on performance in sport, and these are mental, emotional, social, and physical. Today we're going to focus on the mental factor. The four factors that you need to be able to name and understand what they mean that we're going to look at in this video are concentration, motivation, decision making, and mental toughness. So what is concentration? Concentration is about being able to focus your attention on something and block out distractions. You'll know from having been at school, if you can focus on what the teacher is saying and pay attention in class, this is going to have a positive impact on your learning. In sport, this could be concentrating on a particular part of the skill. It could be focusing on a teammate or an opponent if you are marking someone, or it could be focusing on a specific object if you are playing badminton and about to serve or hit a shot in golf. Here are some examples of concentration in sport.
And Vujicic is fouled. Hasn't been to the free throw line. Huge free throws here. Clutch free throws from Sasha Vujicic. Again, I don't know if he was calm, but he looked at the free throw line. Two perfect free throws. And Kobe Bryant, never so close.
So here you can see performers with seconds left on the game focusing on taking a free throw, and the outcome was that these shots were scored, which meant that their team then went on to win the game. We're now going to look at concentration having a negative impact on performance.
He's been here since he was 6, and he spotted that! They caught Barcelona napping! Brilliant thinking!
So there you can see the Barcelona defenders in yellow, not concentrating, not paying attention, and Trent Alexander-Arnold takes a quick corner to Divock Origi, who then went on to score, having a positive impact on performance there.
He's been here since...
We're now going to talk about motivation. Motivation is a willingness or a desire to do something. If you think about this in terms of real life, if you are lacking in motivation, you'll struggle to get out of your bed every morning. Motivation in sport might be having a desire to win, which is greater than your opponent. It might be getting back to defend for your team. It could be to keep going and keep pushing when you feel tired. It might be encouraging other people and teammates if you are losing. And it might be not giving up perhaps when someone gets sent off. Here is an example of motivation from Mo Farah's last lap of his 2012 10K. So there you can see great mental strength and motivation from Mo Farah there, pushing himself as hard as he could during the last lap of his 10K, and the outcome was positive for him as he went on to win the gold medal. We're now going to talk about decision making. Decision making is about being able to make a choice from a range of different outcomes. If you think about this in your day-to-day life, decision making could be, what you choose to wear in terms of what outfit you pick. And in sport, the decisions that performers have to make happen really quickly, and they happen all the time during games. Some performers will make hundreds, if not thousands, of decisions during a performance. The best performers, the model performers, can make these decisions quickly, and they often make the correct choice. If they make the wrong choice, though, they're able to reflect on their decision making and then make adaptations for next time. Some examples of good decisions may be who to pass to, the timing of when to pass, how you choose to pass. Do you play it along the ground? Do you play it over the top? Where you decide to move, what direction you were to hit a shot in, and then how you play the shot. Do you apply spin, for example? We're going to look at some examples of decision making here from football. So in all of these clips, you can see Kevin De Bruyne's decision making, him making the correct decisions of when to pass, how to pass, the weight of pass, and all of these have a positive outcome for his team as his teammates then go on to score. We're now going to talk about mental toughness. This is the last sub-factor that we're going to focus on today. Mental toughness is about having an ability to cope with challenging situations and be resilient and not give up. If you think about this in terms of your school life, if you have perhaps struggled with an assignment and then you come back to class the next day and you're finding things difficult and you're struggling with the work that the teacher has set you, showing composure and being able to be resilient in that situation is an example of mental toughness. It's all about not giving up easily and pushing past past failures whilst remaining positive. We're going to look at an example of mental toughness here from the playoff from Jon Rahm versus Dustin Johnson.
Can't help but think of the long one he made in San Diego to pick up his first PGA Tour win in style. Here it comes. Here it
Watch out!
comes. Is this all really happening?
What a putt.
That is from 66 feet.
Exactly as Rolf described it, he wanted to kick it out there to the left-hand side about 20 feet short of the hole and just let it drip over that hill, which is exactly what it did.
Does this guy have a flair for the dramatic?
So as you can see there, Jon Rahm holding a 66-foot putt, which allowed him to win the competition. He had to be mentally tough and resilient there, as he knew that if he missed that putt, he would likely go on to lose the competition, as his opponent, Dustin Johnson, was closer to the pin with a better chance of getting a lower score. So,
Can't help it.
This is the question that you're going to be faced with at National 5 PE. For each factor, mental, emotional, social and physical, explain its impact on performance. It's worth 8 marks and you have to give 2 examples for each factor. Some bits of advice when answering this question: you need to pick a sport which you are knowledgeable about and that you've got experience of playing. You need to remember that sub-factors can have a negative or a positive impact on performance, and you must tell the marker what was the result or what was the outcome of each of these situations. If you had poor concentration, what happened next and what was the result and what was the impact on your team? To answer this question, we're going to look at using a 3-step answer structure. We're going to start off with a specific example from your chosen sport, and then we're going to explain the impact that this has on you as the performer. And then lastly, this is where you'll secure the marks. You're going to explain the impact this has on performance using terms like this leads to or this results in. Here is an example answer from basketball. I need to concentrate when playing half-court man-to-man defense in basketball. This is the impact on the performer. This means I am able to focus on marking my opponent whilst not getting distracted by the movements of others around me. And then the impact on the game. This results in me staying tight to my opponent and intercepting passes that are made to them, regaining possession for my team and setting up a fast break. And this example is from football. I chose to dribble at the opposing fullback in the last few minutes of the game of football as I could see that he was tiring. This meant that I was able to push the ball past him and get across into the box. This resulted in my teammate winning the header and scoring a goal for our team. Thank you very much for watching this video on the mental factor. I hope you found it useful. There's more content for National 5 PE on my YouTube channel.